Hi there, it's Ricky Moshville Times here once again. Now, tonight we're joined by Swedish hooligans Toxaemia, who are headlining the Saturday of Dead of Winter up here in Glasgow on January 30th and 31st. So I thought I would catch up with these guys and find out what's happening. So tonight we've got a full house, ladies and gentlemen. We've got bassist Pontus, we've got guitarist Stevo and Anton, and we've also got vocalist Dennis. Unfortunately, drummer Nicholas couldn't be with us tonight, but he must be camera shy, and it just means that we can take the piss out of him. So that's all good then. How the devil are you guys?
Doing good, man.
Right.
Good.
Doing
Fine,
good.
fine, yeah, fine.
Excellent. Extremely looking forward to seeing you guys. I like your style, Dennis. I like your style. So extremely looking forward to seeing you guys this weekend. Unbelievably, time has just passed. But let's just talk about Dead of Winter first of all. So if you didn't hear my show with Pontus about 10 days ago, how did the invitation to what is becoming a must-go event on the death metal calendar come about? How did you get the invite? How did it all come about?
Do you,
Pontus.
do you want me to answer? Yeah. Yeah, no, well, through contacts within the community, really, I started talking to Quando in Brain Bath. And yeah, there you go. That's the shirt. And yeah, and we sort of I don't know, we found common ground and we started chatting. We started trading some, t-shirts from each other, and I bought their EP, and I don't know, we became sort of friends, and yeah, and then the invitation was what do we say? Just came like a letter in the mail,
Yeah.
and it was irresistible, I would say.
Well, good. Especially when you're going to be the last band of the festival, it's going to be absolutely amazing. And the fact that the Saturday may start at 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and you guys are coming on at 9 o'clock, it's still going to be an absolute full house. And as you already saw, there's probably no tickets left. It's going to be a sellout, so you'll still have a packed venue to play in front of. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. But what I did notice a couple of days ago was that you put up a video about Dead of Winter. Now, I wish to hell I could understand what you were saying, but it looked as if that you guys were going to bring your A game to the festival. So obviously it's your first time here in Scotland, so we're not aware of what a Toxemia live band looks like, what a Toxemia gig looks like. How would you describe a Toxemia show? What are you going to bring?
Theo, say something.
Me, I'm gonna try to be sober enough to bring some sort of game, and we're
Yeah.
gonna do what we always do: have fun, try to rile up the audience, and have fun together with them and you guys.
Absolutely, absolutely. Anything you want to add to that, Dennis?
Um, I was just thinking about Steve's soberness, but let's think take that later.
Well, we better tell Ivory Blacks
Me and Dennis
to
is traveling together.
yeah, we better tell Ivory Blacks to make sure that there's plenty of beer behind the bar if Steve-O's coming to town then. But I'm pretty sure it'll all be good, all be good. Um,
Only drinks vodka, to be fair.
does he? Well, less said about that, the better. But I seem to remember there was some cheeky chat coming your way, Pontus, when you were on my radio show from Steve-O when you were my brilliant guest. But I do have to ask the question again, since it's now maybe like 10 days later. It's coming up to the festival. There's a bit of hype about yourself. Are we going to hear any new songs at Dead of Winter?
Yes.
I think Dennis should answer this one.
If Glasgow brings the shit, we are bringing the shit.
So that means you're going to play a new song then.
At least
We
one.
save it. We save it to the end, and if they want to hear it, they have to tell us.
Absolutely, absolutely, we will. I know that for a fact. So it's good to see that you managed to talk Pontus around. I can't remember what you called him. I think you called him an old bastard in the chat or something like that, or stubborn bastard.
Yeah,
But
well, and it's all true. There were no
It's the
lies
most
told.
summer.
it's good to see that you won him over. Good to see. But one thing that I would recommend to you guys is make sure that you bring plenty of merch when you come to Dead of Winter. Especially when you're a headline band on Saturday, make sure that you do. So, what type of things are you going to bring with you?
Yeah, we did sort of an
I've got a.
inventory here.
I,
Yeah, tell him, Steve, what we're bringing.
I, because you bring some things and I bring some things. So I was gonna say what I'm bringing
Yeah,
because we have half the merch each. So basically, I'm bringing T-shirts, and it's a full uh, travel bag with the T-shirts and my rig. So it should be enough. I think we have some 50, 60 T-shirts with us.
And the t-shirts, are they of, is it like the album cover? Or is it a new design?
It's a two-color perception of the album covers.
Cool.
The Warpath Divide and the Reacted Soul for Cerberus.
Cool.
yep.
Thanks, Steve. What are you bringing, Pontus?
I'm bringing CDs, both releases are rejected and were paths, and I'm bringing vinyls of both as well, and then some white T-shirts with the demo cover from our first demo from 1990 with a really dumbass text on the back of them. So yeah, that's that's the t-shirts that I'm bringing. We don't have many left of those, but we thought we'd bring them because they're yeah, I think they're kind of cool. And then some CDs that we had left of the what's it called, that collection, the
Swedish
Swedish
death metal collection.
collection. We had some left. We found them in a box, and we thought we'll bring those along as well. I don't know if they're not purely with us, obviously, but maybe someone wants one of those as well. So
Yeah.
they'll be coming along.
Well, I know Quando is very keen to have that because of the version that you played of the Dismember song. So, but we'll come back to that. We'll come back to that because we are going to talk about that a wee bit later on. Another thing I would mention is: are you going to be driving? Is anybody going to be driving a car or a van when you're over here?
Oh,
No, that's
I'm
fine.
gonna be drunk, man.
no,
Um,
we're
I actually lost my
flying in
driving license when I lived in Scotland.
It's just because I would mention about the we've got a thing here called the ULEZ zones, so it's like car emissions, and if you don't have the right type of car, then there's a fine to pay. So we don't need to worry about that. So that's all fine. So yeah, just make sure that you bring plenty of merch. But we
Yeah,
also
I don't have any luggage at all because of the merch. So I'm bringing a backpack with my stuff, and the rest of my luggage is
so
taken for the merch.
So Dennis is he doesn't even need to bring a microphone with him, does he? He'll just use whatever's in Ivory Blacks. He's just, I don't know.
Maybe a microphone at tops.
Singers have it easy.
So Anton, what are you bringing?
My guitars and my rig. That's basically it.
So are you the one that's costing most for the band to travel to Scotland then? Your guitars and your rig?
I don't know. I bring two guitars. So the other guys just bring one.
So
I use Floyd Rose. So the thing is, if a string pops, I don't want to change the string mid-set.
very true.
So I always have a backup.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we are going to talk about your instruments a bit later on, so you can tell us what guitars they are and everything else. But we obviously have to touch on how it took you 30 years to release your debut album. I know you're probably fed up talking about it, But with you, Pontus, Stevo, and Emil being the original members at the time, where did the thoughts come to bring Toxaemia back from the grave? Has it always annoyed you? Has it always been in your head that there's a lot of unfinished business to do?
Yeah, actually it has. When we had our great break, we still were friends. We still see each other, and we lived in different parts of the world or cities in Sweden. But we always came home and met each other. And every time we were drinking, we talked about we shouldn't have stopped so early. We should have continued a few more years. And so the idea to continue playing was always there. Then I think it was 2016. All three of us lived in Motala, our hometown.
Okay.
And we thought it was a good excuse to see each other and telling our wives, I'm going to rehearse with the guys instead of saying I'm going to the guys to have a beer. So,
something tells me Steve likes his beers, but coming from a Scotsman, then that's very welcome. You'll do well down here. But I thought there would have been a wee bit of noise. I know that in 2010, Dark Descent Records got in contact with you guys if it was okay for them to release like a compilation CD. Was there even, did it bring thoughts back then to think maybe we should get back, or was it still, everybody was still all over the place?
Yeah, unfortunately, we were dispersed at that point as well. We were living too far apart, and back then it wasn't as easy as it is now to do like remote stuff, and it was different. So even back in 2010, it felt like an impossibility to get that working. So maybe other people thought we were doing something, but for us, it wasn't. It was never on the cards back then.
Yeah. So it just happened to be that the three of you moved back or lived in the same town again. No, that's really cool. I was just wondering if you met in the pub and just talked about old times and you were itching, because once death metal is in your veins, it's always in your veins. You'll always come back to it. You'll always play it. So I'm glad that you did. But then again, getting new members to fill the gaps was easy or difficult to recruit the new members, especially when, for example, you went through more drummers than Spinal Tap have recently. But how easy was it, for example, to get Dennis and Anton into the band? Was it quite a difficult find, or was it quite easy?
No, we were lucky. We sent out the word because back in the 80s, 90s, I used to sing. But after our comeback gig, I did the singing, but my voice was not good for it. So we decided to bring in a singer, and we asked some friends if they knew anyone, and one of our friends knew Dennis. So we contacted him, and he was up for it, and we were very lucky he wanted to be with us.
Well, Dennis, what they haven't told you is you were actually the 7th vocalist that they auditioned for the band.
Nice.
No. Was it an easy yes for you? Like, I don't know if you knew any of the back catalogue, and the same goes with you, Anton. I didn't know if you knew any of the Toxaemia back catalogue. Did you have to get to know it, or was it just an easy move for you to say yes?
I, of course, knew about the band. They were huge in, like, Motala. But it wasn't easy for me to join the band, I wouldn't say, because I had another band and I didn't want to disappoint them.
Yeah.
So it's like, I need to check with my guys first if it's cool to be in two bands. If one of them says no, then I'm not up for it. But they were all cool, so.
I don't think I'm a stalker or anything here, Anton, but I think your other band was kind of like groove metal.
Yes.
So
progressive groove metal.
I think if Toxaemia were maybe of the same kind of ilk, they would have said no, but maybe because it's death metal, then they saw it as no threat or whatever like that. They were quite happy
Yeah.
for you to do it. But fair play, fair play. What about you, Dennis?
I felt it was interesting to get into another kind of music almost. So I tried out, and my voice fitted kind of well from the off the bat, really. I thought. My ex-girlfriend told me that when she heard Stevo on the old recordings, she told me that it sounds quite like you. So
Yeah,
maybe you should try. And I did, and the rest is fucking history.
there you go, there you go. So I didn't stalk you as much. So what were you doing before Toxemia then?
I'm still in Carry the Torch. It's a kind of a melodic death metal at the gate, the haunted-ish band.
Yeah, yeah.
Not as active nowadays, maybe, but we were.
So was it also a case of you wanted to be in a band again that was playing gigs, going live, recording material, whereas the other band that you were saying they weren't as active?
Actually, I don't think I thought about recording so much because um, my my point of view was like go out and do a few gigs,
Yeah,
uh, like filling in for Stevo, and then I stuck
yeah.
in the band.
You're stuck in the band now. That's it. You're stuck. Um, But let's talk about the albums for a minute as well. I was wondering if Where Paths Divides, it was going to be like a doom record with the length of time that it took you to record it. But did you feel that there was more to come, or was it initially let's record an album and see what happens? If you release the album and there's some noise about it, then you'll continue writing, or you release the album and it flops, then that's the end of Toxemia, or was it always going to be new material coming?
Same there with we got really good gigs, so that sparked us all, I think,
Yeah,
to go on, and then the memberships happen on and on, and it has always felt kind of natural to write, so I have to say.
yeah.
Stevo and Pontus and Anton are pumping out riffs,
Hmm.
so why not record them?
I see, I see. So, I'm obviously glad that it went well and you released the second album, Rejected Souls of Kerberos, in 2024. What I liked about the album is just like sheer groove. I mean, I do love my blast beats, but they have to be done right and at the right time. But most of all, I want to move when I hear a song, though. And with your album, you do that in Plentiful. Is this something that you're conscious of, like when you're writing a song? Um, you're trying to think of the listener and see how they would react when you're playing it live, like move about. Because sometimes if you get an album for like 30 minutes and it's solid blast beats, it's just, you know. But is this something that you're conscious of when you're writing a song, the groove element?
I think, yeah, we're very conscious of that, and also one of the things that we really focus on, and I'm not sure all bands do, is that we don't want each and every song to sound the same, to be the same tempo, to be the same, blast beats,
Yeah,
or we want to be able to say that we're varied within the limits of what we do. We play death metal, and there are things that you can and cannot do possibly within that, but sometimes it can be a little bit monotonous.
yes,
It's the same, and if it's all too the same, then well, I at least I get bored really,
yeah,
really easily. So we're always focused on having a varied album, and that was for both albums. I would say we wanted to have variation between each and every song. to have a few slower songs, a few faster songs, a few groovier songs, and so that is a conscious effort to do that.
Cool, cool. I think you were going to say something, Dennis. Was it yourself? Or was it you,
No, I
Angela?
forgot.
No. I thought I heard somebody come in as well at the same time as Pontus, but it's okay. It's cool. It's cool.
It was me, but Pontus said exactly what I was gonna say. So
Did he? Oh, it's you, Steve. Thanks.
was
But
me
what
jumping back here.
what I also liked was the artwork for Rejected. So you enlisted William Person Auberg from Creeping Flesh, who are a band I've played on my show, by the way, like so many before them, for example. But what I'm always keen to know is what information did you give William to come up with the artwork? Did you give him the songs and the lyrics and give him free rein? Or did you say this is what's in my head, this is what I want you to draw? Or did you give him a rough draft? What did you give William for the artwork?
We told him basically the idea of the cover, and then he had free hands to do whatever he wanted. And so he came with some suggestions, and then we had said our piece about it, and it developed to what it is today.
Yeah. Was there a bit of like coming and going, or was it like that was his first effort and you guys just went, yeah, that's exactly what I was looking for, or was there a wee bit of coming and going?
I think Pontus was the one who had contact with him. And when Pontus got a suggestion or a template, more like a draft, then he sent it to us, and we said, "Oh yeah, this cool. Maybe it should be a little bit." We came with suggestions, and Pontus went back to William and told him, and yeah, so it was a bit going back and forth.
Yeah, quite a few times actually. But yeah, it was not a difficult process because every time we had feedback, he came back with something that actually was better. It was a constant improvement, and he's really good at taking direction to, I think, to listening to what we were saying, what we wanted, and he came up with something that I think is absolutely amazing. And I couldn't be more pleased, to be honest.
Absolutely, absolutely. So who knows? Maybe in the next release, he might be getting that phone call again. We shall see. We shall see.
I actually used William for because Beelzebub, another band I played with back in the days, we were asked to release old demos and EPs. So, but they wanted to make a new cover, so I asked William to do the cover for us, and it's brilliant.
Absolutely, it is. Absolutely. So, fair play to him, fair to play to him. But you also enlisted Dan Sweno for mixing and mastering. I've interviewed him before, and he was such a nice guy. I think it was like 2.5 hour interview. Whenever I asked him a question, it was like 10 minutes per answer. He was absolutely brilliant. But was it a case of when you were going to release an album, you were going to do it right type feel and get Dan in unison to do the job? Were you going to go all in and get Dan to do it, or is Dan somebody that you know and he just said yes, no problem?
Oh.
Hello?
Yeah.
About Dan.
Yes.
Yeah, but Dan, we used to know him back in 89, 90, 91, when he played for Edge of Sanity.
Yeah.
And so we knew each other. We didn't live far from each other. And we always met whenever it was a gig somewhere, we always met up. And so we knew him since back then. And he actually did a remastering for the
compilation.
Yeah, thank you. The beginning of that, no? Right. Anyway, so when we did Warpath Divide, we said let's ask Dan if we want to do it, and was so happy to do it, and we were even more happy for the result. He's brilliant.
Absolutely. And he's made such a name for himself after Unisound. The only sad thing about Dan Sweeney, when I interviewed him, he said he can no longer growl because it just gives him like a sore head immediately. You know, it's a shame. Because I loved his project Weatherscape as well, but we all love Edge of Sanity as well. So, but shout out to you, sir. Shout out to you. But was there ever a conversation of making Rejected an EP, or was the idea always going to be an album? The reason I ask is that you're not too shy to do either. It's like you've got the perfect mix of like new school, where it's like single, couple months, single, couple months, single, and the old school where it's album, couple of years album. Because us old schoolers, we liked the physical product, we liked holding something, we liked reading the lyrics, we liked the artwork. But was there ever a discussion as to whether you were going to be doing an EP, or was it always going to be an album for Rejected?
Album. It took such a long time from when we did War Path Divide, and we actually had, I think we had most of the song done. Maybe we did a few more, but the problem was the drummers. We always seem to lose our drummers, and then also we lost our last guitar player. But then we got Anton, so everything turned out fine. And now we have Niklas, and I think now it's the best we can be.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Was there any material left from the first album that you brought to the second album, or was the second album all new material?
No.
All new, wasn't it? I don't think we kept anything from Where Paths Divide onto the next.
Yeah.
No, we barely had enough for Where Paths Divide. So.
Yeah, but we were very quick after releasing Where Paths Divide to start writing new songs. We were really fired up, and mainly, actually, Stevo was on absolute fire back then, and he wrote quite a few songs really rapidly. And
6-7 songs, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
And then we had, as we say, some member issues and people leaving the band and joining the band and leaving again. And
Leaving again.
It
Well,
was chaos.
Anton, I hope Steve-O's going to leave some room for you to write some songs for the next release. He seems to be a wee bit of a bully, you know?
I left.
I got some room to write for sure.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. But for those that are new to the band, then, how would you say the new material lies in terms of the sound of Where Paths Divide and your previous material? And do you think you found the sound that you've been looking for with the second album, or do you think it will keep changing and progressing with each release?
I want us to progress, but also to keep the core of what Toxaemia is. The style, but sound-wise, I think we want to progress. The idea with Where Paths Divide was to make an album that sounded as if we released an album in 1992 and 1993 when we stopped playing. But if we had continued playing, the Where Paths Divide was supposed to be that record. And then for Reacted Social Kerberos, we wanted to have a little bit more modern sound.
Yeah.
And for next, I'm not sure. Right now we're making the material for it, writing the songs, and recording some demos, and so we're working on the new. So sound-wise, I don't know. We haven't decided how we want it to sound yet. So.
What worries me, Anton, is that I used the word progressive there, so I don't know whether he's going to put an extra string on his guitar and sing about fucking knights and castles and dragons and stuff. That's what I'm worried about. But obviously, Anton, these guys have got a settled formula and things like that. So is it easy for you to adapt to that formula, or are you bringing some stuff outside in to the band?
I mean, I try, but it's hard sometimes.
Hey, that's not fair.
I like odd time signatures and progressive music, but I also like old school death metal as well. But I try to balance the things out.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, Anton brings his solo game is bringing the bar up. He's really, really good at playing solos, and melodies. So that's a huge difference from the first album, I think. Even though Lalle did a great job back then and all that shit, but Anton is the shit.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I didn't want to have a live band breakup halfway through an interview. I've never had that before, so I don't want to start one now, okay? I'm seeing you at the weekend. But is there anything about the way that you recorded Rejected that you'll continue to use and have a settled formula for the next release? Or are you quite open to finding new studios, new experiences? Or do you think you found the formula that you're happy with and stick with just now?
No, we're gonna do it pretty much the same, except for the drums. Now we're gonna send Niklas to studio for the drums. But all the guitars and vocals and leads we do in our rehearsals and send the what is it called, DI.
Yeah, the stems.
And Svane do the sound for us.
That's good to hear.
Dan,
yeah. That's good to hear. Right, thanks, guys. Thanks for coming back. But obviously, you've got Dead of Winter at the end of this month then. But what gigs do you have in the future for the rest of the year that you're obviously allowed to say for 2026? So what gigs do you have? Are you seeing yourself playing a couple of festivals, maybe abroad as well? Or are you going to concentrate more on writing the next album?
So we got Bucharest Death Fest in March.
Cool.
And then we are going to focus at the album.
Yeah.
Cool.
Maybe one gig in June.
Right? There are lots of what do we say? Not firm.
Unconfirmed.
Right. So you've got a lot of offers yet. You've got a lot of offers, but you haven't confirmed as to whether you're playing them.
Yeah, that's it. And the plan has been for this year to focus on the album. So we're a little bit picky with what we do this year. So that's
Do you still have the same energy? Like, say for example, you were offered like a week's tour in Europe with another band, with a big band, and they wanted you to be main support, for example. Is that something that you would do, or you more want to play one gig here at the weekend, one gig here at the weekend type thing?
We would love to go on tour, but it's always a puzzle to make everything fit because we're 5 guys, all of us works. We have families, children. And so it's a little bit tricky to make a tour work. But if we have enough time in advance to plan, normally we can make it happen. So, but last year or a year ago in a few months, December 24 was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
When we went around with the Vader, that was it made us want to do it again. That's for sure.
Such a cool band. I've seen them so many times in Glasgow. I love Vader to bits, More the earlier stuff than the later stuff, but they always put on a brilliant show. They always go down well here in Glasgow.
Great places.
Absolutely. But do you feel the same today, or do you feel like since COVID, people that go to gigs are now appreciating the local scenes more and are turning up to more local shows? Have you noticed like a difference in other bands that are playing your towns and things like that, and they're getting bigger crowds than what they were before COVID, for example, because they're so glad to now be out and being able to go to the live environment.
Tom.
No one answered.
I thought it was a good question there, Ben.
Yeah.
I think it's a good question. Yeah.
I think it's Anthony's the one who goes to concerts most, so I think he's the one to answer this one.
Yeah, I think it's more gigs now than before COVID. So people are like picky on what they go
100%. 100%
But
agree.
there's a lot of sold out shows for sure. But in Sweden, I think we get so many gigs, like in Stockholm. Not us as Toxaemia, but like I mean, bands come here a lot.
Yeah.
So like people may not see Metallica this year because they will come next year. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. It's the same in Glasgow. Sometimes on a Saturday night, you can go out to 4 or 5 gigs, and the venues are really in close proximity to each other, so they can split the crowd. But Dead or Winter have got it right. It's like the end of January. It's like the first payday after Christmas. So it's a bold move and it's a shrewd move, but it's paid off. Like I said, it's going to be a sellout, so they've done it right. But yes, so you've released Where Paths Divide and Rejected Souls of Kerberos through Emancipation Recordings. How did Emancipation Recordings come about? How has the relationship been so far? And what would you like Emancipation do for Toxaemia?
Maybe I should
Actually,
ask.
it was last drummer who helped us with he have a good contact with I think they're called Mighty Music, and their sub label is Emancipation.
Yeah.
So Pera, our last drummer, he knew them, so we got the. And they said, anything you do, Pera, we will sign it. So that's how it went through. And yeah, we had a really good relation with them. I think Pontus can talk more about that because he's the one who have all the contact with the Emancipation guys.
Yeah. No, I think we're very pleased with Emancipation. They've done a lot of really good stuff for us. We had a deal that was basically do one record with an option for a second, and they were happy to do the second. We were happy to do the second, and we're currently without a deal, I would say. We don't have a record company at the moment, but we're still in talks with Emancipation, and as and when we are finished with the album, then they will definitely be one of the ones that we're talking to about releasing that album. They will be on the roster. It may be that we get a better offer for someone else. I don't know,
Yeah.
but I've had discussions with them already, and they want to be in the talks. So
Good.
we're happy with them. They are really good guys, and yeah, we'll see what happens.
Is it something that you guys as a band want a record label behind you, or would you be quite willing to do it like DIY, do it yourselves, release the music yourselves, or would you always like the backing of the label who would be able to take care of the marketing and the financial stuff, for example?
That's maybe that's my preference. I don't know, but I prefer to have a record company behind us. It's something that I think has benefited us so far, and yeah, maybe I'm traditional that way, but yeah.
Unfortunately,
marketing
they're not the
side.
deals of the past. But sorry, Steve-O.
For me personally, I wouldn't mind if we just order like 200 vinyls and just sold them when we were out on gigs and did everything ourselves. But it's also the financial aspect of it. It's quite expensive. And
What I had noticed was Emancipation done your CDs and vinyl, but as we know, cassettes are back. Is there any opportunity for Kerberos being released on cassette? Has anybody approached you for that?
Yeah, no, I think we're stuck with the contract that we signed
Yeah.
with Emancipation, and they are not interested in doing cassettes, so we cannot do cassettes.
No, that's fair. That's fair. That's okay. But what I think is cool, like for the last two releases, for the last two albums, you give the listeners some teasing by releasing three singles before the official release. Is that something that you guys as a band wanted to do, or is that something that Emancipation wants to do? Release a couple of songs per album before the album is released?
That's their way
I
of
think that was the
marketing.
Sorry, Dennis?
Yeah, that's their way of marketing, and I don't think we have too much to say about it, but we
Yeah,
have brought the songs, you know.
yeah. I suppose it gets the hype for the release coming about. But what I also think is really cool about your two albums is that you've revisited the beginning of Toxaemia and played songs from 1991 into your recent albums. So, namely, Hate Within and Buried to Rot, and then Beyond the Realm as well. So did you feel that these tracks didn't get the justice that they deserved and get the proper sound? And will this practice continue with the next release? Are you going to revisit again, or is it just going to be completely new songs with the next release?
Yeah, I think we all wanted. This is songs we liked from our past, so to speak, and we really wanted these songs to have a new life. Maybe the life back then that we dreamt it to be, but wasn't able to do because limited knowledge on playing and the guy who had the studio didn't know much about death metal, so we never gave these songs the sound we thought they deserved.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit bring the songs back to life as we envisioned them back then.
Yeah. And I suppose they're probably some of the more popular songs with the fans as well on the live front. So it's good to see that you give them the sound that they deserve as well. But talking about your early material, when was the last time that you actually listened to Kaleidoscope Lunacy? Can I just say that I've never listened to it because I can't pronounce it, never mind bloody listen to it. Pontus heard me on the radio and stuff like that. I hate bands that give me all these stupid song titles or stupid band names that you can't pronounce. So I'll probably never listen to Kaleidoscope Lunacy, but I'm wondering when was the last time that you guys actually did?
Kaleidoscopic.
Kaleidoscopic lunacy. Yeah.
See what I mean? Yeah.
You mean the song or the demo?
The demo.
All right. No, I don't listen to the demo that much. But the song Kaleidoscopic, it happens. Sometimes I listen to it.
Did I say kaleidoscope? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, you can. But is that something that you listen to, Pontus, as well? Do you sometimes get nostalgic and listen to the earlier stuff?
Not really, no. I would say a same answer really that Steve gave. There's a song that we wrote a bit later on that's got the same name as the demo. It happens that I listen to that song, but the first demo for me is yeah, I don't know, it's hard to listen to.
You were young then, weren't you? You were young, so young and inexperienced, but hey ho. But a question for you, Dennis.
Yeah.
Recording the same vocal lines over and over again over maybe a short period of time for the recording of the album, do you have some vocal techniques that you go through before you start recording, and what rituals do you have before you go on stage?
For the recording, I have nothing. I put a microphone in front of me and start screaming.
Okay. And on stage?
Live, I maybe drink a few beers and tap the guys on the back and tell them to go out and kill, and then we do. No, I don't really take care of my voice, if that's what you're aiming for. I'm kind of old school that way. I scream my heart and lungs out.
So if you have a run of gigs, like say 3 or 4, how would you look after yourself then? How would you make sure that you don't damage your vocals?
Drink more beer.
Yeah, no, on the Vader tour, I've actually got to bed quite early, around 1 or 2 maybe, and the other guys partied on to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I don't drink that much hard liquor because that ruins my voice, and that's about it.
It's quite interesting because I've interviewed like Jason Evans, who wasn't ingested. I interviewed him like in the green room when they came to Glasgow, and they opened his suitcase and he had all this vocal zone, but it was tea. And it was all the different flavours of tea that he had, and he swears by it to keep his vocals intact. But then I've interviewed Carl Willits, and he's just like, give me 6 cans of beer and 10 fags, and I'll just get up on stage. You know, so you've just got to do what works for you. So fair play. But also staying with yourself, Dennis, with you being the main vocalist of the band, do you write all the lyrics, or do all members contribute to the lyrics?
I think I have written maybe 80% of the lyrics or something like that, and Stevo and Pontus have written the rest. And we co-write also because maybe when I send a demo out, they have to ask me what I sing. No, but when they read the lyrics, maybe they have something to tweak on and song titles or whatever, and
yeah,
so we let that go back and forth, and yeah.
So what type of lyricist are you? Like, do you open the door and you see something in the street, you've always got a pen and a piece of paper and you write notes and you come back to it later on? Or do you watch a lot of films? Do you watch a lot of documentaries? Do you read a lot of books? Where do you get your lyrics, your inspiration from?
I actually, when I hear a song that's starting to get 95%, you know, so I tend to give birth to the lyrics kind of fast. And,
yeah.
I think with Toxaemia I have tried to have like a theme for the whole album and push it in there, you know. But I don't write any poems daily or something like that. It's something that comes along with the feeling of the song, and
yeah.
So
basically, Anton, what he's telling me is he does fuck all for a year or so until the songs are written, and then he does his lyrics. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But do you guys get your revenge then? If he does 80% of the lyrics, do you guys get your revenge and make him sing like 10 words in 3 seconds? Make him speed up a wee bit?
Well, when we write the lyrics, me and Pontus, we tend to have a much bigger story. So a lot of more sentences and more more words than Dennis used in his lyrics. So we do it a little bit complicated for him, but he managed.
we should play them the demo versions where you guys sing. That's last for sure.
I hope you delete those.
Absolutely. But what I love seeing in a band more is more than one vocalist, as it adds something different. Where CD sales may they don't make bands money anymore. It's doing something different on stage. It makes them stand out. So I know Steve always done additional vocals, and obviously he was the original vocalist. But are we going to see more of a vocal contribution from the band, vocal-wise, being recorded? I mean, we know that Pontus can't sing. So what about you, Anton? Are you going to bring some?
I can't sing, man.
Are you not going to do some of what's the Italian band, Flesh God Apocalypse? Are you not going to bring
Yeah,
some clean singing to the table or something?
oh,
No.
for sure, and piano and
So is it something that so Steve, have you basically taken a complete back step from vocals, or are you still contributing to them on the live front?
I step back a little bit now, but I would like to be able to do some backing in when we play live, and also for the next album.
Yeah.
I just have to find a way to do some growling without destroying my throat. But I think it would add something to the songs, because in Warpath Divide we have several songs where I do some backup singing,
Yeah.
and we have to do that live as well. So it would be nice to go back to this, but also I'm a bit lazy. So
And the
I was
truth will
just
set
going
you
to say
free. You're lazy. What about you, Pontus? Obviously, I was taking the mickey there, but what about you doing some growling in the background? Have you tried it?
I've tried, absolutely, and I make noise. I'm not sure you would define it as singing, but no, I don't think I'm good enough for Toxemia, man.
Cool, cool.
I'm
but
very
yeah,
happy to do it.
Do you know what there is? There seems to be like a resurgence of drummers singing. Like we've got a good couple of bands here in the UK. We've got Cremulation, but we've also got Abysmal Decay in Scotland who are playing Dead of Winter. David, the drummer, is just doing that like a Chris Reifert interpretation, just doing vocals behind the kit. So maybe we can approach Nicholas and say, when are you going to start doing some vocals?
yeah,
No.
I'll hand him some Phil Collins CDs, and he'll probably start.
Good,
Or Cadaver.
Aye.
good stuff, man. Listen, I really appreciate the time that you've spent with me here. I've only got a few more questions left. But how are the songs constructed within the band? Are there the main songwriters within the band, or do you feel that everybody has to play their part in making the album a more collaborative effort and elevating it above everything that you've done previously?
No, how it's done is we start with making riffs,
Yep.
and then sometimes Pontus have a riff, I have a riff, Anton have a riff, and then we try to combine them. Sometimes Anton makes a full song with only his riffs. Pontus also done that, and me too. So it depends, and then we start to form the song together. This maybe doesn't work, and it's a lot of argument and disagreements. But in the end, we kind of agree to disagree with some songs, and then the drummer do his part, and when we think we're ready with a song, we discover that maybe this was not too good, and we changed it again, and then Dennis come with some input as well, and so it's a juggling back and forth a lot before the song is ready.
Good.
And that's the bad part with democracy, but the guys in the band want democracy, so my dictatorship isn't working too good.
But Dennis, who's the one? Is it Pontus, Anton, or Stevo that sends you a riff at 4 o'clock in the morning saying this is my best riff yet? Wait and you hear this.
stable. Always stable.
I don't.
I don't think I get to hear Anton as much, but I would like to. Pontus is more of a sends the songs to everyone and gets everyone to take part of everything, maybe.
Yeah.
But if someone would send me a song at 4 o'clock, it would be Stable. Drunk as hell in a hotel room in Umeå.
No, I called me myself after I did it. I don't bring my guitar when I work.
Absolutely great stuff. Brilliant. But yes, talking of the visual side of the album, you guys, well, we've talked about the artwork, but you guys already have a YouTube channel set up with a number of videos on it. So you've got a number of like live videos and you've got backstage shenanigans and all the rest of it. But if money was no issue, what video would you like to make and for what song? I'm just wondering if you would go into a dark forest and you'd have the lights on behind you and things like that, or what kind of video would you like to make if you had the choice?
It's a good
I
question.
know what I would like.
My favorite video of all time is I'm Broken with Pantera. Just the guys playing and like the cameraman is in the frame and everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just like raw playing, nothing else.
Absolutely. Anybody else got an opinion?
Yeah, I would like if we were lucky enough to play like Pantera and Metallica did in 1991 in Moscow with a 1.5 million crowd to make a video like that.
Absolutely.
Like
Absolutely.
European domination with Pantera in Moscow 1991, something like this.
Right. Well, let's get it sorted then. They can only say no, can't they? But you can ask the question. But I've only got like 3 questions left for you. So, but the most important question within this interview, apart from Steve-O, are you bringing moonshine with you to Dead of Winter?
I made some, but I don't know because my bag is fully packed and I cannot bring the moonshine in my carry-on or cabin bag.
No. Just leave your pants and socks out your bag then and put the bottle of moonshine in.
It's a merch bag. maybe I can give it to. I see. I do my best. I do my best to bring it.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. But yes, I was kind of kidding on there. But the Dismember song that you chose to play for that compilation, I Saw Them Die. Massive Killing Capacity is a Dismember album that I still can't get. So I'm just wondering why you chose that song and maybe nothing from like An Everflowing Stream or Indecent and Obscene or Death Metal. What made you choose I Saw Them Die?
Really,
when we had to do this, we said to us because we normally don't do covers. We're not a cover band, and but the offer was nice to do this, and it's also Dismember, a band we like. But so we choose a song that we maybe don't like as much as the most of the songs.
Yeah.
Because if we're gonna do a cover, we're gonna do it our way. You know, we're gonna make it more Toxaemia and to make it sound like if we did the song.
Yeah.
But with the bass of the original song there. So that's the reason why we choose that song. So we had a few songs we discussed, but in the end it was this song we decided to do.
Cool. I think you were going to say something, Pontus.
yeah, basically the same. We chose it because it was a song that we felt we could change to our song.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
And
didn't want.
also we could dimize it a bit.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
didn't want to just do a like for like cover. We wanted to make it our cover.
To be fair, there's so many of these compilations about. Every song from like An Everflowing Stream has probably been done 100 times. So you did do something unique. You did do something different. So fair play to you. I'll let you off with that. And maybe I'll go and revisit the album just because of you guys. But this is a question for each of you then. It's the second last question. You'll be glad to hear. I don't know how long your set time is on Saturday. It might be 50 minutes, but let's say it's a 50-minute set, and that means that you guys can play like 12 songs. So it's a question for each of you then. What's the one song off the set list that you guys are looking forward to playing the most, and why? So it might be 7th on the set list, it might be 1st or whatever, don't know. But what's the one song off the set list that you personally are looking forward to playing the most, and why? So whoever's ready can go first.
I think it's X Audio for me.
Why?
Because of the solo. I think I'm rarely satisfied with my solos, but that one, I think it's perfect.
So are you a wee bit of your own worst critic?
Yeah. Man, I criticize myself all the time.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Pontus, we'd still be recording solos for Rejected Souls and Failure.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. No, I'm sure. No, the solos are fab, man. On form. But I'm not going to lie to you. I will be standing there, and when the solos come on the songs, I will be standing there with arms folding, and I will be watching you like a hawk to make sure that you nail them. But no pressure. No pressure. Right, Pontus, you're in the top left. So what song do you want to play the most, and why?
I think I alluded to it when we had the radio show there, but I think Hunger is a favorite of mine, and I'm looking forward to playing that. It's a fast, thrashy, kind of fun song to play. It's a good song. I like it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
So something tells me that's on the set list then.
Aye.
Yeah. Dennis, you're top right. What's your song, mate?
Maybe the last one. I can't. I don't know if we are going to play it because we have to. It depends on Glasgow, but Morbid Angel of Death or the last one.
Well, I'm sure if those are the references, then I'm sure you're going to be playing it because we will be shouting one more song, so you will be playing it. Just to let you know in advance. So at least we're going to play your favourite song. But is there anything off Kerberos, for example, that you like playing?
Yeah, Morbid Angel of Death.
All right. Cool. Thank you. So, Steve-O, what's your song of choice?
For me, I'm looking forward to have the possibility to play the new song. For me, it's a really killer song. I like it a lot, and very fast. So I hope we can that Glasgow have the energy for us to play that song. And if not, then I think the song I like to play is Dawn of the Enslaved.
Yes. I'd actually written down, as long as you play Beyond the Realm, Rejected, and Dawn of the Enslaved, I'm happy. They're 3 songs better be on the set list.
Be happy. You will be happy.
Because if they're not on the set list, I've got to interview you downstairs. So what was going to be easygoing questions will now be more difficult questions if those 3 songs are not on the set list. But cool. Listen, guys, it's been absolutely fantastic to speak to you, and so looking forward to seeing you on the 31st of January. Are you actually coming on the Friday as well, or are you going to be in Edinburgh or something like that on the Friday and then coming through on the Saturday?
We'll be in Glasgow on the Friday. I'm not sure how long I'll be at the venue, but we'll be in Glasgow by then. All of us, I think.
I think Niklas is staying in Edinburgh one more night.
That might be true, yeah.
Right, cool. Well, extremely...
Me and Dennis is coming to Glasgow on Thursday, late evening, like 10 o'clock, something like that. And then, so we're going to be in Dead of Winter on Friday and on yeah, of course, when we're playing too.
Well, make sure you look us out. But like, there's a gig on Thursday that a lot of us are going to. Mutagenic Host are a death metal band from London. They released an absolutely brilliant album last year. So they had they were shitting themselves because they were coming on a Thursday before Dead of Winter, but actually a lot of people from Dead of Winter are now going to the Thursday gig. So it should be a well-attended warm-up gig, if you want to call it that. But now, this is where you guys get to talk about the instruments, the making models, your amps, your setups. I think Steve-O's the geek of the band and has the biggest pedal board. Ah, yes, you do. Especially with your HM2 pedal. I know you don't have an HM2 pedal. But yes, Pontus, again, you're on the top left, mate. So let's hear your setup, make and model of your
Sure.
bass.
Being a bassist, I'm not that, I don't know. We're quite lovely people who don't mind things that much. I do play an old Aria Pro 2 bass. That's been a favorite of mine since I bought it. So that's my basic guitar, standard 4-string, nothing fancy. It's from the 70s, early 80s, possibly. And then I've got like a distortion pedal and a what do we call it? Just a tuner. And then I bring my own little amp because it's very convenient to have your own amp along. Then you get all your sounds the same. No matter where I go, I sound like me.
What made you become a bassist anyway? Because the bassists don't get the girls. So were you a guitarist first, and then because Toxaemia needed a bassist, you became the bassist?
No. I like voice.
He does.
No, I don't know. It just ended up being that way. I don't know, and I'm happy that I got to play the bass. I do enjoy playing the bass. So yeah, it's one of those things. It happened, and it was a good thing.
You ever toyed with playing the 5-string, putting an extra string in your bass?
I have toyed with it. And I don't know, it rubs me the wrong way somehow. It's just, it doesn't feel right. There are too many things to keep track of, and I get confused.
Keep it simple, keep it old school. Absolutely, absolutely. Right, Steve-O, let's hear about your 30 pedals and 17 guitars that you've got and all the rest of it.
I actually only have one guitar that I play with live and when we rehearse, and I have an extra guitar at home if I want to sit and make riffs, a cheap one. My main guitar is Solar. I don't know the model name. It's a 6-string Explorer model, black.
Yeah.
No complicated bridge. Is it bridge you call it?
Yes.
Floyd Rose.
Yeah, a fixed bridge.
Yeah, just a simple to hold the strings and and then pedal wise, I use a Boss Overdrive for my amp. That is amp 1. This it's like this small, weighing 1.5 kilo.
Right.
And have a 100-watt. It's a 100-watt amplifier. This small, so I have it on my pedal board, and I have the Boss Overdrive. I don't remember the name. It's orange, I think. Have 3 knobs on it. Then also I have what do you call it to keep the annoying noise out? Noise gate. Noise gate. Yeah. And I have a tuner, and that's it.
Maybe Anton should tell them about your rig.
Something tells me you just turn up and put a cable in and that's you, isn't it? You get all the other guys to bring in your guitars and everything like that, and you just plug it in. That's you.
Steve, what do you mean?
Yeah, it's Devo.
Yeah.
No. I do everything myself. No, that's not true. I give my in Anton's.
Well, your guitar is
Anton's
my car
other,
right now, so.
yeah. Anton's other band, the vocalist and guitar player in that band, he works in a instrument shop. So I leave my guitar for him to clean it up and change strings and tone it in. So it's so the one making love with my guitar is Anton's other bandmate. So and I pay him. I pay him to make love with my guitar.
Well, you're the one that holds it, so you don't want to know what he's done with it, but never mind. Anton,
Yeah.
tell me about your setup, mate.
Well, I have a similar setup, the same amp, but I don't use the overdrive and the noise gate because it's already built in. And I've tried to tell Steve that for 4 years now, that it doesn't. But I'll keep him happy. But yeah, and then I have the whammy pedal that Dimebag Daryl used.
Yeah,
That's kind of my sound. But guitar-wise, I play on LTD Alexi 200, which is the cheaper Alexi Lio model, but I really like the guitar.
Yeah.
And
something tells me you're actually the one that I've got like 15 guitars in your wall in your house and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
the other guitar is DNML, Dimebag guitar.
Yeah. So what one are you bringing again? What are you bringing to Dead?
Those two, the Alexi signature and the Dimebag signature.
Right, so you're bringing a backup just in case a string breaks, but what's Steve going to do when he only brings one guitar and the string breaks?
That's not a problem.
Ask someone in the other band to borrow the guitar, maybe.
Yeah.
Hopefully it won't break because Bob, Anton's bandmate, fixed it and changed strings, so I think it will hold up.
Cool.
I hope it holds up.
Well, thanks, Anton. Thanks very much for that, man. And Dennis, I think I already know the answer to this, right? But do you research a lot of microphones and you try and find the microphone that gives you the best sound that you're looking for, or are you just give me an SM58 and I'll fucking sing into
it? Pretty much, I'm afraid. I did a lot of researching back in the day, but the difference when you're growling like I do is quite not noticeable. So
what did you have in the recording of the albums then? What microphone did you use there? Do you remember?
It's Shure SM5 maybe, I think it's called.
57.
No, that's the live. No, that's the live. I think it's called 5.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So is that something that you would bring on the live front, for example? Would you buy one yourself and use that as your own microphone? Or you just give me the SM58?
I think I own 2 58s and a beta version.
Yeah.
So one of those will be in my backpack.
It's funny though, because I remember seeing the band Today's the Day and Steve Austin. One of the things that he does with the microphone is he actually puts the whole microphone in his mouth to do his growls. Well, not growls, but hard singing and stuff like that. So just remember, you've got 14 guys singing into that microphone before you get it. So I just wondered if you would actually bring your own.
Yeah, I usually do.
Cool. But listen, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you guys. I hope you guys are busy writing. I hope you're going to spend the rest of this year getting another 7 or 8 songs ready, because I know that you've already got one new song that you are going to be playing at Dead of Winter. So I wish you guys all the success. I know that you guys are going to go down a storm when you play your headline set, and I'm looking forward to having a beer with you afterwards downstairs, and we'll have another chat. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you guys, and I look forward to seeing you on Saturday.
Thanks,
Thank you
man.
so much.
Likewise, mate.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.